All right, folks, welcome back to Apex News. This is the very first Apex News for 2026. My name is Peter Langan. I'm joined here by my business partner in crime, Alex Haloko. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks, mate. Very well. Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to you too, and Happy New Year to everyone listening. I have a feeling, a good feeling that 2026 is going to be one of those like pivotal years, like a big year.
Yeah, we put these Apex News things together to kind of keep everybody in the loop as to what we've been doing and where we're going, what we've got, what we're working on. And this is kind of a cool one because, you know, New Year's resolutions and all that. It's
Mhm.
kind of like a nice thing to look at, plans for this year as well as like where we've come from and what we've achieved so far. And I just actually quickly ran some numbers before we jumped on here, and you can see there that like when we first started towards the back half of 2024,
The last month or two, man.
yeah, it wasn't even the whole year, really, was it? We did 131 orders, which was mainly just people and new legends buying the goggles, which is amazing, which gave us a really nice kickstart. And then going into 2025, we obviously ramped things up like crazy, and we also started offering you the glasses as well as the goggles. So you can see a massive jump there in the number of legends that have actually joined the community and are now part of this journey with us, which is really, really cool. And then 2026, we have some pretty big plans,
Yeah.
and we can only estimate that number's just going to be blown out of proportion. I think most things that we've ever done, I mean, it's like every single year it's just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mhm.
It's never really like maintained, has it's always just like either blown up or just like consistently just gone up.
And it's mad, like it's not by like we obviously we are planning this, but like everything else, it always just every year just seemed to go up. Like no matter what, like whatever happened, it just seemed to go up at the end of it all. So that's kind of it's I suppose it shows you put work into something and keep at it consistently, it will grow. But man, you just said it there, and I want to touch on what I you said. You said like join the journey with us, and I really feel like people are part of this community, are part of this journey. Um, like we're everything we do, I keep saying this, we try to connect with our customers and try to connect with you guys, you legends, and just make sure that you have the best possible experience you can. And I really think that's proven dividends. And I
Yeah.
feel we're in a journey. I really do.
Yeah. I think it's probably come even more like obvious this year. Like we put a lot of our time and energy into customer service. For us is massive.
Mm,
We go above and beyond and try and do what every other company or brand would not do or not be prepared to do.
mm.
And it's kind of showing when people leave really nice reviews, Trustpilot reviews, saying that like, oh, no other brand would do this. Like say for example, if you had a problem with your product, we would try and get you one out like ASAP, so you could go ride in the next day or the next, the weekend or whatever.
It was possible.
Yeah, like we're trying to be as customer first as possible and not just say it like a lot of other people do. And I really do hope it's showing
Mm.
because as we grow, obviously everything gets bigger. Sometimes you might feel like you lose touch with the people that started a brand in the first place, which is just can be natural for most brands just because of how big they go. But
Mm.
I think we all, at the core, we always want to try and keep like this community aspect and try and be as close to you guys as we can, which is why we're always asking you questions and want to know like what do you actually want, what do you like, what do you not like. We're not scared of critical feedback or anything on products. If we can make the absolute best products for action sports, mountain biking, moto, that we can, sometimes it might be, it might hurt us to ask for feedback and you guys might not like some things that we put out, but then we want to rectify it and make things like the
Mm.
best they possibly can be, which is what I kind of like what we want to build this brand off.
It's funny when someone like we don't get too many returns, guys, right? But like any business, any product you're selling, you're always going to have returns, right? For
Yeah.
different reasons, things don't work. Again, everyone has a different size, shape of face, like different sizes. So our products won't necessarily fit everyone, right? They'll fit most, but they won't fit everyone. But every time someone goes to return an item, I always ask them, like, look, what was wrong? Because we want to make the best possible eyewear products that we can, products in general. And the only way we can get that feedback is if people tell us if something's not right. And as hard as it is, because sometimes we're like, oh no, it's good. But if someone is saying something's not right, well, then we need to look at it, right? And if
Mhm.
more than one person says it, well, then we certainly need to make sure that we address that. And I think over time, every time we do a revision, every time we make an improvement, the product just gets better and better and better. So, like our community, like when you feed stuff back to us, it doesn't go like into like this ether and disappears.
No,
Like
no.
it rises to the top. It goes into our little WhatsApp group, and once you start seeing them maybe once or twice, you're like, okay, we really need to do something about this, and
Yeah.
it does get sorted eventually. Mightn't happen straight away, but the process has started for fixing it.
Yeah, yeah. And as it goes um with our like plans for growth this year, we want to keep introducing new products to what we're doing.
Mm.
So we're actively working on new goggles, we're actively working on new glasses, and actually this week, actually I can get onto that in a second. Um, the Apex community, you guys are helping us build this. Like we primarily started with focus on mountain biking, so like
Mm.
offering mountain biking goggles, or thinking that's what the main use case with these products would be for. But you'd be amazed. I'm quite surprised. I don't know about you, Peter. Probably the
You're
same.
definitely
Probably,
surprised because you were very much like, no, no, just mountain bikers will want this.
yeah. But like in the last few weeks, we've had. I mean, what sports have we had? We've had people from mountain biking,
Mm.
different types of motocross,
Hmm.
hard enduro,
Hmm.
obviously road cycling with the
Yeah.
glasses. We've had people even just like hiking out and about.
Hmm.
Some people using them for skiing, even though they're not like promoted as being like an actual like a specific ski goggle. You can still use them for skiing if you would like.
It's the lens. There's different lenses for skiing, which we're looking into because we can offer that. But it's like people have been using them and saying, look, they're great.
Yeah, yeah. And
Water skiing?
even had some people reaching out using them for jet skiing,
Yeah.
which is jet ski racing, and asking if the magnets work underwater and things like that, which
They,
is mind blowing that
they do.
people
Yeah.
want to use our stuff for like the most random stuff. But fair play, it's pretty cool.
Maybe that's building into our
Experimental.
identity though. Like we're actually when the going gets tough, we're actually there. Our products are there. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of where things are veering towards.
BMX as well. We've started to branch into doing a little bit of BMX, so like BMX racing. That's cool. And yeah, it's really just cool seeing you guys share all your stuff on social media, tagging us, and just seeing where everything's being used. I think it's really cool.
Hmm.
And then yeah, do you want to talk a bit about the trip to China, which is kind of
Yeah.
coming up pretty fast?
Yeah, it's come up very fast. So we actually I suppose we touched on this in a previous episode, a previous recording. So obviously we can't manufacture these products ourselves because the skills aren't there for that, right? Me and Alex, we didn't learn how to do molding and stuff, but we know what a good mold is. Um, so we're actually going over to China to meet the people that actually turn our vision, our dreams into a reality, and just to cement that relationship and actually to ultimately to build better products. Like that's kind of like because we're in this for the long haul, we're not a fly-by-night company. Like we're a company that's going to grow and develop year on year. And what better way to cement that relationship and to ensure it is at its very best, both for our benefit, for your benefit, and for their benefit, it's to go over to China and actually meet the people and actually, start saying, well, this is what we'd like to do in Q2. This is how we see this developing. This is where we can improve this. And just, you know, um, oh man, I'm just super excited. I've never been to China.
No.
I've been developing products in like a lot of very different to Apex, but I've been developing products for the past number of years, probably about 10 years, buying from China a lot, but never have I gone over. And I always used to say, you don't need to go over. But I don't know about you, man, but I'm actually super excited, kind of nervous as well. Strange. Like I've been to a lot of different countries, but I've never been to like Thailand, probably as far east as I've gone. But I'm nervous and excited to go over to China. I feel like it's a really big step for us. I don't know what your feeling is.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to China, so it's going to be new for me. I know we're only going to be there for a couple of days, but I think it will be very different from a cultural aspect.
Mm.
Meeting everybody there, and we actually have arranged some like special gifts for the people who actually make our goggles and glasses for us and products. because if you ever done any business in the middle like in China in the Far East, sorry, there the business is all based on building relationships.
Mm.
Like versus over here in the Western world, it can be very transactional and very just like cutthroat and very
Can be. It's not always.
not always, but like doing business in China and Taiwan and stuff, it's known for being, built on relationships. And if you can show like your commitment and like your willingness to go over there and meet them, it shows in the long run. And we're not necessarily going over there to like see if we can get way better pricing on products and stuff. We just want to meet the team. We actually want to get a hands-on feel of new products that are going to be coming, which we will share with everybody when we can, which is really exciting. As well as creating our own custom moldings and just yeah, we've got a lot of cool ideas coming
Ideas.
for different products, not just goggles and glasses. So it's going to be an exciting year for sure.
It's funny, right? For those of you that don't know, like if you go to China, you can and or do it from home, it doesn't matter, but you can push for a better price and a better price and a better price. But all you're doing is squeezing the margin of the factory, and ultimately, eventually, they'll cut quality. And we're not about that. Like we will pay more to get better quality. Like we want the best products we possibly can. I wanted that when someone receives the product, they know that look, there's nothing else we could have done. It is
Yeah,
the best,
yeah,
it can be. And I think we're doing a pretty good job at that, but there's always room for improvement. But that's why, as Alex says, we're not going to get necessarily better pricing. We're going there to build that relationship, to enhance that relationship. So when we bring ideas, we bring concepts, we bring, um, you know, future growth, I suppose, mindset to the table, that
yeah,
we have partners that are able to do that.
yeah. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
Um,
really exciting. And we'll try and capture a little bit of something for you guys. I don't know what it's going to be like. It is a really short visit. Like literally, I think we're on the ground for 2 days.
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. I mean, some people in factories don't like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
out of like privacy for other clients. They sometimes they won't let you film inside because you'd obviously be breaching some other people's
Which I know I completely
privacy
get
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah,
But if we can film stuff, that'd be really cool.
yeah.
Um, and aside from the China trip, like we already have some new products that are going to be landing very soon to help you customize your current gear, which is really cool. I think we've maybe touched on this in a previous Apex news, but we have custom goggle straps coming, which are cool.
Hmm.
So we're gonna have a bunch of different colors to choose from. We have different colors and different grade lenses that are going to be available very soon for
Hmm.
goggles and glasses. So if you want to customize the look of your goggles even more, your glasses, or you want maybe some more UV protection for super high exposed like riding, we'll have you covered
Hmm.
because not all of our current lenses are suiting everybody who like they're fine for most people, like Peter was saying, but there's some people who want something a little bit more unique, which is what we want to cater for. So they'll be landing probably in the next couple of weeks, I'd imagine,
Hmm.
and they'll be ready and available on the website soon.
Yeah, 100%.
Hmm.
That's really it.
Yeah,
I just feel it's going to be a really busy year. Really busy year.
it's gonna be massive. And we said that last year. It was pretty busy this year, but yeah, I'm so stoked where we're at. And we'll have to get all three of us on at some point because usually it's
Yeah,
just been me and Peter doing these Apex news, but which you've obviously probably seen Dougie before as well. Who
Dougie's
Dougie's
brilliant.
the third part of the trio of Apex series,
Yeah, when
and
you
he
guys
was
launched the what was it? We launched the glasses. Yourself and Dougie did the live.
yeah,
That was amazing. I was behind the scenes doing this kind of tech, but yeah, Dougie was on that and he was brilliant.
yeah. So we're all three of us are going to China, and we'll have to get us all three on a call soon so we can talk, just riff on different things.
Oh, 100%, 100%. All right, guys. But look, if you're enjoying being part of the journey, hit subscribe. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Any suggestions, let us know in the comments. It's a complete two-way street.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
All right, guys. Take care and chat you soon.
Bye. Mean.